Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I'm Steven, and tonight, whenever the heck you're watching this, we are getting into whiskeys that should exist. They don't, but they freaking should. But before we get into that, please do me that favor. Like, comment, subscribe. Helps us out a ton. Seriously appreciate the support. But let's get into today's video. So today, we are talking about bottles that haven't been invented or haven't been made yet that I would really like to see exist. This is just a list of 6 bottles that I thought should exist that I honestly think could exist, which makes it like more plausible. Because of course, yeah, I would love to see like, you know, a 20-year-old bourbon that's finished in this and that at cask strength that's like 140 proof, so on and so forth. Of course, yeah, that's something we want. But these are kind of, in my opinion, obtainable. And to kick that off with, one of my starter bottles, one of the bottles that got me started, Russell's Reserve 10-year-old. I like the bottle, but now that I'm into whiskey, it's not that much going on. I mean, it's just okay. It's not great. It's not bad. It's just okay. I prefer Wild Turkey 101. I feel like Wild Turkey 101 has a lot more going on than the Russell's 10-year-old, despite, in theory, the Russell's 10-year-old kind of being a higher quality product. Because Wild Turkey 101 excels at 101 proof, I would love to see Russell's 10-year-old at 101 proof. I think that's what it's missing. To me, it's a little flat, a little muted. It's just nice oak, has a little bit of nuts, maybe a little bit of cherries, but it's honestly kind of muted. It's a little lackluster, where Wild Turkey 101 brings a punch to it with a little bit of a youthfulness that, the 10 doesn't have. So I'd love to see them meld those two products together and bring us a Russell's 10 at 101 proof. And after that, another bottle that I've been kind of talking about a lot recently, Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proofs. Love those bottles. Absolutely love those bottles. That being said, I'm a little disappointed that I don't see a Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof rye. Like, where's that at? I know they released a special edition of that was at cask strength, and I know that they have the ability to do that bottle. I like the normal single barrel, like the 94 proof one, but where is the, single barrel proof rye? I want to see a Jack Daniel's rye at like 130, 135 proof. That would be nice, because Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof to me is one of the best bottles and best value out there. I can find it relatively easily, and it's always around like 65, 70 bucks. It would be awesome to find a rye at like 80, 85. That was another just crushable high proof rye from Jack Daniel's, because they make a good rye. I would love to see it readily available at higher proof, just like their Tennessee whiskey. And also in the vein of higher proof, another bottle I would like to see, which it might just be me alone, because I'm not sure a lot of people feel the same way about this bottle I do, but WhistlePig 6-year-old. Yes, you heard it, WhistlePig 6-year-old. I like the bottle. I honestly really do like WhistlePig 6-year-old. I think it's maybe a tad bit overpriced if we're being completely honest, but for 100 proof rye that is super sweet like that and super candied, I think it's at a relatively good price. I mean, 40 bucks, it's not a great price, but it's not a horrible price either. Like, it's adequately priced, and I really like the flavor profile of that 6-year-old rye. So I'd love to see that same stuff, but at cask strength. I want to see that kicked up a notch. I would love to see that with a little bit of meat on its bones, a little bit more proof, because I know it was made to be like a mixer or whatever, but I don't really like to use it as a mixer, so I'd love to see it at high proof. And also, if you're using it as a mixer, I think high proof makes better mixers anyways, because you dilute it as well. But I would rather see WhistlePig 6-year-old at cash strength than any 10s, any 12s. I would rather see that at cash strength than the WhistlePig 10 at cash strength. I don't really care for the 10 as much as I do the 6. Why? I don't know. In that same vein, which if you're not getting kind of a understanding of where this video is going with, a lot of my wants and desires revolve around proof. I want to see those SOBs cranked up to proof. There's a lot of great whiskey out there that they just constantly release at like 90 proof. Why is that? I don't know. I would love to see everything released at a low proof and a high proof version. That's like really, really good whiskey. But the next one I would love to see at high proof will be High West Double Rye, especially picks. I like High West. I love High West Double Rye. It's one of my favorite go-to budget ryes. Their picks are phenomenal, amazing. Some of the best whiskey I've had for like the value wise, because they're usually around like 50, 60 bucks for some amazing finished rye whiskey. It's usually like red wine finished or like sherry finished. I had a Syrah finished one that was like lights out. What the heck? So I would love to see that stuff at like 110, 115. I've seen MGP rye go all the way up to like 110s, 120s before. So I don't see why we wouldn't be able to get a High West pick or just even the High West Double Rye at like 110s, 115 proof. That would be lights out. Like I would buy the heck out of that bottle. It would be a close call. Like, honestly, I might even enjoy that more than the Sagamore Spirit stuff. Maybe. It'd be really close call. But, like, you know, I'm a sucker for MGP rye and I'm a sucker for high proof. So I would love to see some MGP whiskey blended by High West at a higher proof. And the last one that has to do with wanting higher proof goes to Brown Foreman. This is kind of just a general Brown Foreman thing. I want to see you do a double oaked product at a higher proof. I want to see Woodford Double Oak at that like 120 proof. Like, come on. That 1910, 93 proof. What the heck is that? What is that? Who drinks 93 proof whiskey? I want to see that at like 110, 115s. I know, no. Old Forester and Brown Foreman can go that high. So there's no reason they can't release a, high proof double oak. Like, why aren't we getting those? A lot of people would pay a lot of good money to get those at high proof. This guy primarily, and I'm sure a lot of other people in the comments below. Maybe. I might be out here on my own on that one, but I think it would be a phenomenal bottle. And the last one that I would like to see, which is more a category than anything else, I would like to see a higher age stated American single malt. And I know there's a reason we haven't yet seen a lot of American single malts at that higher age stated, because it takes time to make whiskey there, but I want to see like a 10-year-old age stated American single malt. Preferably from like Westland or Westward, because I think those are killing it. But I don't care from where. I just want to see higher age stated American single malts. I love American single malts, and I think we could make better American single malts by aging them longer. Obviously, American single malt, it's small, it's growing, you got to release product to keep the business open, so on and so forth. So there is a reason it takes time and whatnot. So I'm sure we will see higher age stated American single malts in the future. That being said, this is a wrap for today's video. This was a list of 6 whiskeys that I would love to see either now or in the near future. I'll probably have to wait longer and we'll probably never see half of the things I brought up, but I think all of these would be great whiskeys. A big trend for it is pretty much higher proof or higher age. Like, those are the 2 easy go-tos when you're requesting new products. Another one I would add in would be new finishes. Like, I honestly think people need to start finishing with some weird, fun stuff just to see where it goes, because I think we're going to create some really good products with that level of innovation. But do me that favor, like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment down below what you think about the bottles I brought up, and also what you think about, my thoughts on whiskeys I would like to see. Let me know down below. Also, check out the Facebook, Instagram, and the Patreon. Links for all that stuff are down there below. That's a wrap, folks. Cheers, y'all. We'll see you later.